he gotta be careful he doesn't throw himself right over the top like a damn lemming. And I know some of you guys remember that game, man. Those green-haired dudes in the blue suits who you had to save from killing themselves. Or if you were sick and twisted like me, you could make them commit mass suicide by blowing them all up. What's up, everybody? It's Luke James, not the singer. If you're looking to get your music reviewed, you can hit up this email. That's right here. But today, we're going to talk about this new album from Daniel Caesar called Freudian. Daniel Caesar is an R&B singer and songwriter from Toronto, so shout out to you from a fellow Canadian over here in Nova Scotia. And this is an album that a lot of people were talking about, so I was very excited to hear it for myself. I do know that he has a couple of other EPs out there. I haven't gotten around to listening to those, but I figured this would be as good a place as any to start since it is his debut album. So let's just jump right into it. One of the main things I love about this project is that what you're getting with it is some grown folks R&B. What I mean by that is that this isn't your typical ratchet radio R&B with tons of swear words and just synthy generic beats. Although you do get a little bit of swear words here and there, nothing too crazy. But hey, grown folks been known to swear, so you're still going to get that in some grown folks R&B. But it doesn't get too crazy in that aspect. His vocals are not overproduced with auto-tune. He's just a great singer who really makes you feel him when he does sing. Throw in some minimalistic production with guitar, some beautiful piano keys, as well as some gospel influences and groovy bass lines. And what you get is a project that is sure to make a whole ton of R&B year-end lists. I definitely know this will be on my top 20, which does combine hip-hop and R&B. If you ask me, this is just the perfect project for when you want to chill out and relax, or maybe even when you're doing some chores around the house. You know what I'm saying? I know when I'm doing the dishes, I like something light and breezy, because if I listen to something that's too turned up while I'm in the sink there with all those glasses, I'm going to end up breaking shit like it's Stone Cold's theme music. Now, as far as the content goes, what you're going to get on this project is the typical type of stuff you get on any R&B project. Just a lot of musings in regards to love, relationships, and heartbreak. But I would say Daniel does take some very nice approaches here. His songwriting is on point as well. So again, this isn't just your run-of-the-mill, typical, watered-down R&B, which we've certainly been subjected to a lot, not just this year, but over the past couple of years, man. It's just always refreshing to hear a project like this that is really filled up with soul and emotion. The track Loose stuck out to me in particular because of those beautiful organ keys, and this here is another example of some of the songwriting that I like from Daniel Caesar. On this one, he asks himself, what are you, a coward, and who are you helping, as he tries to struggle with this relationship that he knows is coming to an end. I just thought it was an interesting way to put it, how he was asking himself these questions, because you do got to be kind of brave when it comes to ending a relationship. You know, it usually doesn't go too pretty, it gets ugly very, very easily, and there are also all those issues of just being familiar with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to get comfortable and not want to end things and start all over. Not just for the person doing the breaking up, but obviously for the person getting broken up with. I just think these types of lyrics are the type of thing that people can relate to, especially if you're going through a bad time with relationships or if you have in the past. He really does a good job of painting these pictures. I thought that track was just beautiful and sad at the same time, and it is the same sort of vibe on the song We Find Love. Here, he's just going into detail about how love can lift us up and make us feel so damn good, but at the same time, it can knock us down and just make us feel like giving up. He sings about all of this in a very inspirational way, so I think it's great how he's able to do that. He's sort of taking these negative issues that come around with love and relationships, but still coming through with a very beautiful and inspirational sound. And if you ask me, that is what R&B is all about. I would even say the same sort of ideas apply to the song Blessed, where he sings to himself, yes, I'm a mess, but I'm blessed to be stuck with you. Well, he's not really singing to himself, obviously. He's singing to this person. But I thought that was interesting, how he's just speaking on his own faults and imperfections while still acknowledging that he has this love and a person in his life who accepts that. There is just a lot of goddamn great content on this. I could go on and on forever about the songwriting, but let's talk about some of the features on here as well, because they did damn well too. I especially liked Kali Uchis on the song Get You. This song just has a very groovy aesthetic overall, and I like the way that she brought her womanly perspective to this track about someone who was just very, very special. You also get some amazing vocal blends with HER on the song Best Part. And Sid from the internet sounds perfect on Take Me Away. She's just bringing that whispery style that matches very nicely with that neo-soul production. But easily, my favorite feature on here has got to be the uncredited feature on New Roses. I had to look it up because it didn't say who was adding those beautiful harmonies on that a cappella intro, but her name is Navon Sinclair. So shout out Navon, you are absolutely killing this shit. I think the song is beautiful, the way it builds up so slowly before the beat slinks in. And there was some good lines on here that I'm going to read just so I don't mess it up, because what he says is, I should have left you a long time ago. All my niggas done told me so, but my niggas don't hold me tight when I'm sleeping in my bed at night. That is just a cold ass line, because we all know what it's like when you're in a relationship and you got friends and family members telling you what you need to do. Oh, you need to leave this person. They're not good for you, or you should do this, or you should do that. But they don't really know what's going on in that relationship. We always have these outside forces when we're in love. You know what I'm saying? You know what's going on with your spouse, your girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the case may be. But all these people are always chatting and trying to say what you need to do, despite the fact that you're not spending time with them as much as you are your loved one. So you really got to make that decision for yourself. Although, you know, a little bit of advice doesn't hurt once in a while. All that said, I thought about this one for a long time. I was going back and forth between a 4 and a 4.5, but I did decide to go with a 4, but a very, very strong 4, man. Like, this was close to a 4.5. But the reason I didn't go higher is because I didn't absolutely love that title track. It's not bad, but maybe it'll grow on me over time. I just thought it didn't stick out to me as much as the rest of the songs did. And when I look at the project I did give a 4.5 to in the R&B realm, it was Sampha's project Process. And this one just had a very unique and different sound like nothing I had ever heard before, which helped put it over the top. Whereas this one, there really isn't anything that's too unique or different. I think he does all these sounds very well, but it really is just that more classical grown folks R&B. That's certainly not a knock on him by any means. I mean, you're close to a 4.5. That ain't a bad thing. I'm just saying this isn't the most overly creative project, but still, the beats are really nice and smooth. You get some great vocals for sure from everybody involved, and the songwriting is on point for the most part as well. So, you know, maybe I'm nitpicking a little bit, but if I did like 4.25s, that's what this shit would get here, because it was close. But that's just what I got to say about this one. You guys can check it out for yourself and then hit me up in the comment section with your thoughts. And make sure you do all that good YouTube and social media stuff, man. You know where all my pages are at, so show me love and show me lots of it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will see you next time.